I'm going to show you how to connect Resova and Google Analytics 4. This connection allows you to send revenue, coupon usage, user journeys, checkout information, and more to GA4. This information lights up Google Analytics. That means you can take advantage of Google's AI recommendations and empowers you to make better business decisions. This method works whether or not the Resova booking page is embedded on your website, although we recommend that you do embed it on your website to avoid cross-domain tracking issues. My name is Bearse, and I run Birch Design Group, where we specialize in escape room digital marketing. As a digital marketer responsible for helping escape rooms grow their revenue, good data is the foundation of everything we do. That's why I'm so excited that Resova's made the investment to have the best GA4 implementation of all the booking systems we use right now. I'm going to show you how to get everything working in this video. If you want to go further with your data or custom setups, I'd love to connect. Without further ado, let's get into setting up Resova and Google Analytics 4. Just some prerequisites before we get into this. You want to make sure that you have a Google Analytics 4 account set up. Around the time I'm making this video, Google's been just creating them if you've ever used Google Analytics before. But in the future, you might have to come into Google Analytics, create a property, and make sure you get to a screen that kind of looks like this. It says, hey, start collecting data. You haven't collected any data yet at this point. If you were converted, you might have some data here. But either way, Google Analytics 4 account. Also, we are going to heavily utilize Google Tag Manager. So if you've never used that or set that up on your website, please create a Google Tag Manager account, get a container, and get that onto your website. That's imperative for this setup. And lastly, you're going to want to have the permissions in Resova to go into your integrations and edit them, because we're going to be setting up the Google Tag Manager integration in Resova in a little bit. If you're with me so far, we're good to go. So let's go back to the Google Tag Manager window, and we need to grab your Google Tag Manager ID. Now, this is at the top right in the navigation bar, and it should start with GTM. So when you find it, go ahead and copy and paste it. And we're going to hop back to the Resova integrations panel. Now, we're looking for the Google Tag Manager integration. If you don't see it when you navigate to the integrations panel, on the left-hand side here, you can hit marketing, and that will show just the marketing integrations, and we're looking at Google Tag Manager here. So go ahead and click it, and then hit connect right here, and copy and paste, just paste in the code we copied from your Google Tag Manager, and then hit connect Google Tag Manager. Now, if you are using the embedded iframe booking page from Resova, we're going to need to do one more thing. So come over here to additional options and check the send events directly to the site that Resova is embedded into. Check that and hit save. If you are not embedding the Resova booking page onto your website, as in you're using the link to open up a new window, do not check that. Just leave it how it was. But if you are, and we recommend that you embed it into your website, check this and hit save and update. And just a side note, I know I mentioned it in the intro, when you embed the iframe into your website and we send the events directly to the site that Resova is embedded into, we get around a lot of that third-party cross-domain tracking issues that really, really hurt a lot of the analytical tracking. In today's environment, we lose a lot of data anyway. We don't want to lose any more than we need to. Now, before we move on from this page, we're going to want to grab the Google Tag Manager template that lets us just upload into Google Tag Manager the configuration. So I'm going to show you how to find that right now. On the left-hand side, go ahead and hit additional information and come down to the Help Center. Then, underneath configuring tags with Google Tag Manager, hit Google Analytics 4. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see step 1 is download the Google Tag Manager template. So go ahead and click download the file here, and that will download the file. We'll need that, so keep that in a safe place. So let's go back to the Google Tag Manager now and upload that template into Google Tag Manager. So I'm going to come up to the navigation bar. On the left-hand side, you're going to see admin. So go ahead and click that. And then we're going to see 2 columns. We're going to want to be in the right-hand column and verify that we're still in the same container that we used with Resova. Come down to import container and click. The first thing you're going to want to do is hit select file to import. You'll open up your file browsing system, go and find that file that you just downloaded. click it and hit. Then hit choose workspace and choose existing. And chances are, no matter how many edits you have here, you're just going to choose the default workspace. Then under choose an import option, hit merge. We don't want to overwrite everything we've ever done. We just want to add in the Resova configurations. Then come down here and hit overwrite conflicting tags, triggers, and variables. This is the default option, but if it isn't default, make sure you're choosing this. Then scroll down a little bit and just verify that you're not completely messing anything up with your tag manager. This is going to show you how many new tags are added, modified, or deleted, how many new triggers, how many variables, templates. Just make sure that we're not deleting any, and if we are modifying any, you can hit view detailed change, and it'll tell you exactly what we're changing. If everything looks good, hit confirm. And we've loaded everything into the Google Tag Manager. There's just one thing we need to adjust before we're good to publish though. On the left-hand side, come down to variables. And if we scroll down a little bit, and I'm going to move me a little bit, the first one you see, and if you have other variables, it might not be the first one, but we're looking for one that says GA4 measurement ID. Go ahead and click that here. And it's going to open a slide-in panel where we need to enter in your GA4 measurement ID. We've labeled it here. It says enter your GA4 measurement ID here, so that way you can't miss it. Go ahead and just click here, and then you'll see the text box. Now, if you don't know where this is, let's go take a look at where you can get it. So let's go back to your Google Analytics 4 property, and then move me over one more time. Hit the admin button at the bottom left of your Google Analytics panel. And then under your property, go to data streams. And here, if you haven't set up a data stream, you have to set one up. So I'm going to hit web. I'm just going to throw in room.com and then it's room.com and hit create stream. And this is what you'll see if you already had a stream and you just click it. Go ahead and just exit out of this unless you need it. But what we're really looking for is the measurement ID here. So go ahead and hit this button to copy it. And we're going to come back to Google Tag Manager and we're going to erase this value and paste in that measurement ID. Go ahead and hit save. And we are good to go. The only thing left to do now is to publish the Google Tag Manager container. So if we navigate to any of the navigation items on the left-hand side, we can come up to the top right and hit submit. And this will ask us to name our version. And I'm just going to call this Resova GA4 integration. And then hit publish. It'll go. And you're good to go. Now, when you come back to Google Analytics, come back to the home screen, it's going to take a little while for the data to show up. In fact, Google Analytics 4 at the time of recording is usually on a rolling daily basis for updates. So you won't see yesterday's data until today, and you won't really see today's data until tomorrow. The only way to really get around that is by coming over to the left-hand side here, hit reports, and you can hit real time here. And that'll open up the real time report where then you can go to your website and just verify that, hey, some data is getting sent to your Google Analytics property. But that's effectively all we have to do to get Resova and GA4 hooked up together. So just a quick recap. We have our Google Tag Manager with the pre-configured template that we uploaded from the Resova help. Then we have the Google Tag Manager integration in Resova. And if you're embedded, if you have the booking page embedded on your website, make sure you have send events directly to the site that Resova is embedded to selected and saved. If you don't, do not have that selected at all. And then as long as you have access to your stream ID in the data streams right here in Google Analytics 4, you're good to go. Well, that is it. Let me know if you have any questions. Please reach out to us if you're having issues with this. But this is everything you need to get Resova and GA4 hooked up. Again, my name is Bearse. I run Birch Design Group. We're an escape room marketing company. So if you do need marketing or more configuration help, we would love to talk to you. Our website's birchriverdg.com, and I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you so much.